Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades as per usual. Let's dive right into it and get ready for a very bullish analysis as we break out to new all-time highs today with a high of around, I believe, 496 on the SPY. So the S&P has now reached 4,950 now. We are 50 points away from 5,000, which is going to be a pretty big psychological level. These big round numbers can have sell orders there, buy orders, stops, whatever everyone usually puts a bunch of stuff there, right? So it's going to be pretty volatile once we get to there. I believe we will continue to see a short squeeze in the market. And this is what's been playing out. So I said, a couple of days ago, we had a clear three-wave move down here from our ABC, and now it's just starting to take off. So now you're in your 3-3 move, and you're in smaller waves. So again, you can do smaller counts, right? So now you can do your smaller counts, your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's essentially how it's going to play out. And you want to be careful of shorting these waves, because you could really get caught on the wrong side of things. It can hurt you. So this probably was your wave 2 here, and you're gonna continue to take off next week, maybe an early dip, and that's about it. Stochastics are resetting on the 45 minutes, so that's probably why you're gonna get some consolidation or some downwards price action, and then you'll continue higher. I got lots of requests, a couple of more requests for AGM and BX, and we're going to be covering Unity Software, Roku, Tesla, Apple, NVDA. We're going to be covering all sorts of names, StarBucks too as well. Let's not forget that one. But let's head over to the monthly chart. I actually forgot to cover the monthly chart as we head into a new month. So on the monthly time frame for Market Cipher, it is still looking quite bullish, -4 on the dual band strength index with a 10 here. So a little bit less bullish, but still overall bullish. Weekly is looking good. No signs of a significant top. The daily time frame has now printed and confirmed a green dot. And we've seen, sometimes they print red dots and it looks a little bit bearish. Looks like market's toppy here. And then you can just continue to push higher, right? Until you have diminishing green money flow, you really don't have any reason to see the markets fall apart just yet, right? And all these dips, these panic selling, are just opportunities to potentially get back into the market, and take those stocks away from the weak hands and continue to push this up into this danger area, into the sell area, right? That I have it listed here. And at that point, then you could probably start to look into taking profits and being weary of getting into high risk plays, because that's, in my opinion, I think this is where we're going to see some real price some price declines, or probably lots of profit taking, choppy, and the market price action will tell us, if we just start chopping sideways for months on end, that's probably it. I think you'll probably see a big reversal after, but again, that's just me. Let's take a look at the monthly on Wave Edge. So nothing new on Wave Edge for the monthly. If we check the futures, nothing there. Let's get back on the SPY here. Weekly time frame, no signals here. We had that green cross down here at 431, and it's just been playing out since then. Very bullish overall. And then we'll head over here to the S&P SPY on the daily, and again, we got that red cross, and it's not playing out. It's been invalidated. You've moved higher. This move is over. And on the 4-hour, you got that significant selling. The price came down, green cross, and now you should continue higher. And then that's basically it. I don't really have much to add from there. Yeah, we could take a look at the small caps here. So we'll cover the small caps, another indice. So again, this one hit our buy area the other day, like I covered. Unfortunately, today we gapped down pretty significantly. So this, to me, is probably like a wave 2, unless it's still in its C leg, which would mean that this is your 1, 2, 3, 4, and your 4 is doing a bit of a complex correction, and you're going to do a 5th wave, which means you're going to go retest these levels here one last time before coming higher. And that's still possible. Stochastics are reset on the 45 minute. The 4 hour, however, looks, pretty much finished and could potentially get ready to go higher. And the daily looks like it could continue lower. So again, right now I'm still looking for this area to be a buy zone and us coming out of it. Okay. All right, let me see if I finished the Qs here. So the Q is a very similar situation. I've actually finished the price target for you guys. So this blue line is the all-time high. I'll get rid of this white trend line. But yeah, this is your count. 1 2, 1 2 1 2, into a 3 4 and a 5. Now you're in your final fifth wave, and you're in you're very similar count to the SPY, essentially. And your price target for the Qs, believe it or not, is around 468 to 508. So about a 10% move from here. And I mean, at that point, I think we should really start to pay attention of where these stocks are at, like Microsoft and NVDA and Meta, where everything's at, and to start to potentially shave off some positions on them, because I think we will be in the danger area for the Qs here as well. I think I did one on the IWM, but the IWM, it could be a miscalculation, or it could just be extremely optimistic that the IWM would come back to these highs here between 233 and 247. But again, it would have to get through this massive resistance zone here. And if it was to get through here, you would have to have basically like a straight shot shoot up in the third wave and a small 4 and a 5. And that would be basically it. All right, so let's get on to the individual names now. We'll start off today with Unity Software. So Unity Software hit our buy area once again, dipped a little bit lower inside of it and came out of it nicely with a nice little quick reversal. Getting on the smaller time frames here, the 45-minute. Let's take a look. You had a little bit of a bullish divergence, played out nicely, could be resetting still and coming lower. Again, you need to break, like I said, you need to break this upsloping trend line. Once you do, the confirmation could be there, and you could be getting ready to make your final third wave in the 5-wave move. Like this. So this is basically what I'll be looking for. So you break of this downsloping RSI trend line as well, something like that, and then you should be ready to go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, or there we go. Sorry, I'll go off this peak right here, this peak, because this is the peak right here of wave 5. So yeah, so you want that to break, and then you'll be off to the races. All right, let's head over to Starbucks. So Starbucks, bit of a neutral day today, or down 41 basis points. It's back in the buy area. If this count is correct, then you should be coming out in a C leg, coming back into wave 2. If not, the wave 2 is in, and you're headed lower. But looking at the market right now, breaking out, everything should get a bit of a bid and start to lift off, right? Rising tide lifts all boats, so that's what it should do. Let's take a look here at Roku. So Roku, a bit of a nice day today as the tech sector, gaps up almost 1.92% or 1.9% today, I believe, in the triple Qs. Is it? Or 1.69? Okay. But we're up almost 1.9, I think, at one point. But overall, it's coming out. I think we need to break this downsloping trend line here. And in the short term, you got another one down here, right? So those are your two trend lines to break. Once you confirm above them, you're off to the races, and you'll go to some pretty parabolic moves, in my opinion. All right, let's shift gears here. Let's head over to. All right, I got a big list here. Let me see. I wrote about AGM. Let's take a look at AGM. So AGM, someone asked me to take a look at Federal Agricultural Mortgage Corporation. So this is a very unusual one. It's something I've never actually done before. I think someone's looking at agricultural stocks to get into. But looking at, where the banking sector is, this is just, fundamental analysis. This is not really, I'm not doing any counts or any waves. I could run it through Market Cipher just very quickly. Yeah, I mean, like right now on the daily, it's looking like an ABC extended, and it should pull back in the C leg down to either the 171 level or the 157. That's just a quick calculation off the the Elliott wave indicator here. You got, a smaller momentum wave. So yeah, the momentum towards the upside is definitely diminishing. You've got decreasing money flow. But for a buying opportunity, probably a buy on the pullback. But be careful with the banking sector right now. Like NYCB, New York Community Bank Corp, is having loan problems, right? And they're the ones that took a lot of Silicon Valley Bank's assets, I believe. So they're just having a whole lot of trouble. And in March, the lending program ends, March, April. So I just don't see any benefit being in the banking sector. This is just my personal opinion. I stay far away from banks as far as possible. I don't like them. If I ever have bank shares, I try to unload them as fast as I can. This is just my personal opinion. I do not like banks in general. But yeah, I mean, this is a mortgage corporation, so they kind of have exposure to the banking sector. So whatever happens over there kind of has an effect on them as well. And this is a very interest sensitive stock as well, I'm assuming, But what do I know? I don't know much about agricultural mortgages. But yeah, just short-term analysis, this should be due for a pullback. Let's take a look at the TLT. TLT. So again, the TLT, unfortunately today, with the dollar shooting up so much, like it did, big skyrocket off the job numbers, this caused the yields to pop off here. So the yields are coming up in a bit of an impulsive move, but it could also be corrective, right? So just be wary of that. It could be an ABC, and if it is, then you should retrace back up to a certain degree, but not too much, or else it will become invalidated. So you hit the 50% retrace, you should pull back and then finish in the C leg. And at that point, then we'll calculate a target once we get there. But if the dollar continues to rise, this should put pressure on equities, but it sure didn't do that today. The markets did not care. But overall, long term, the TLT should keep going up, which means yields should keep falling down. But yeah, let's head over to Tesla. I actually forgot to cover Tesla. So Tesla, lots of news going on in Tesla. We got Elon Musk, with this $55 billion payout waiting with the judge and all that stuff. Delaware courts, and you got, what else you got? You got 2 million cars being recalled today, and the stock was down 3% on that news. I think Elon said it's something about fixing like pixels on the screen. Yeah, literally just changes a few pixels on the screen with over-the-air update. Software update with changing pixels. So it doesn't seem that detrimental, but people are really fearful, and this is a beaten down name right now. But I was checking the short positions on Tesla, and they are starting to close here. So they are starting to close their shorts around this area. They have not all closed, but they are starting to take profits on their short positions at the 185 level. It doesn't mean the stock can't go lower. I actually expected to have one more wave down here, which could go between 176 to as low as 145. So that's your range for the buy zone on Tesla, and you can add to positions as we go lower. Let's head over. Finally, we'll take a look maybe at NVDA. So NVIDIA, funny enough, the high of NVIDIA today was 666, right? So that's the devil's number, and right now is NVIDIA evil? I don't know, but right now it's definitely getting in an overbought situation. It continues to push higher here. It is obviously due for a pullback. I think once you erase divergence, which I think it already has, yeah, then you could finish at any moment, and that's what it is. That's what's happening right now. So you could see a pretty decent pullback, and then it'll be a buying opportunity, and then you'll continue back up in a wave 5. Let's take a look at. All right, I think we've covered enough individual names. I think I covered everything that everyone asked to cover. I think someone asked me to take a look at BX, which is Blackstone, but again, it's a very similar situation to the first stock that I analyzed. It's in the banking sector, right? It's very exposed to you know, to if it, once you saw what happens when a bank starts to blow up, they all start to dip down. In terms of a long-term buying opportunity, I wouldn't be buying here. That's just my personal opinion. But again, this is not financial advice. Do what's best for you, and if you think that it's a great buy here and you want to get in, you know, put it all into your 401k or whatever, go ahead. That's up to you. All right, let's head over here and we'll take a look at natural gas, oil, and we'll take a look at those. So nat gas today. This is not nat gas. This is Nasdaq. All right, nat gas. Nat gas faded the low again. A very tough trade for nat gas. It seems to be holding for now, but I just don't like the price action at the moment. It could be going lower, and if it does, then we'll be prepared to buy once it does. And if it does try to go retest the lows at $2, you know, you got your tradable pivot, right? So if you break through here, then you're done. You're toast. And you also have a tradable pivot here if you're doing short-term trades. If you break below here, then you should be toast. You should be finished. The nat gas should be going lower. All right. Oil. So oil is a little bit of a different trade. I don't have the other chart. I think I lost it. No, I have it. I have it mapped out on a different on a different screen or something. But it's the bearish case. This is the bullish case that we got going on right now, and it could be already getting invalidated at this current time, right? If this doesn't keep going up, then oil should be done. But we had like some bearish news coming out with too much production and demand remaining the same, so that's what leads to oil going down. But we got lots of geopolitical conditions, right? And oil going down is bullish for the markets, or is it bearish? You know, the markets don't seem to fear recession anymore. So oil going down would be a bullish thing, because then you have inflation going lower and lower. And that's what the market wants, because they want inflation to go lower so rates can go lower. Gold and silver. So gold got hammered and silver got hammered today with the dollar going up. Not too surprised. I still think they need to go for one last dip. But again, when is that going to happen? I don't know. All right, I think that's about it. I don't really have much to add. Let me see if I've got everyone's stuff finished up. Yeah, so that's basically it. Don't have any more to give to you guys. If you want me to take a look at your stock, give you more analysis, and you know, analysis that plays out hopefully, because so far the calls on the indices, they've been playing out. And I know I'm saying it's just gonna keep going up forever, but it's not. It's not. Trust me, it will come to an end. But I don't think it's just yet. And you know, the charts are showing that. The charts are showing that the markets want to keep. They want to get more people long. They want people to FOMO in. They want people to finally give in to their emotions and get long when they shouldn't get long. Once everything is gapping up 5, 4, 10% a day, and you know, stocks are going up, but your portfolio isn't, and then you just capitulate. You get in, you buy the highest risk assets because you want to get those gains that you missed out on. And that's when the market will rug pull. They will gap down 5% one day. The Fed raises rates, or I don't know what's going to happen, but it will be a very big catalyst event. And at that point, you know, you're just going to have to turn off your computer for 2 to 3 years. And when you'll come back, your portfolio will be back, but you'll have missed out on a big shorting opportunity. Anyways, have a good night, guys. And we'll catch you guys on Monday. Peace.